Welcome, in front of me is a OPPO Reno 2, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So we're gonna start off with ones that are associated with recent. So if you tap on the recent button and actually have some apps to show, so let's actually open something. Like this. Okay, so now that I have something to actually do, when you go into recent, you will have these three buttons right here, or bars. When you tap on them, first thing you have the lock, and what this allows you to do is just a simple tweak that, as you can see now, there is a lock next to the name of the app, and when you tap to clear your recent apps, it will always keep the app that is locked. It won't close it. So good use of it would be when you're listening to music. I lock the music app, for instance, like the one right here. So when you're listening to music and you would have the tendencies, for instance, to clearing it out, you can just lock it, and then when you clear it out, it stays open and doesn't actually stop playing music. So it's a fairly nice way to do. Now, another thing that I want to show also would be, I guess, associated with listening to music, or more primarily to YouTube, but doesn't actually only restrict to it. So the function is called split screen, and also when you go into the recent app, under the three bars, you will have split screen, and this will open up basically a split view of two different apps. So you can have one app like YouTube or music, whatever it is that you want, and then open up another one. Let's see if I can actually find quickly. It is Chrome. So you could use two different apps at the same time. Now, like I'm saying, probably the best use for it is the YouTube, because as we all know, when you're trying to listen to YouTube, you actually have to have it open, and if you leave it, it will of course close or pause the music that you're trying to listen to, because pay a subscription for using more data makes sense. So I mean, it still will require you to have it open to play it, but at least you can actually do other things on your phone, so you're not only forced to be in a single app. So when you have it open like I do right now, YouTube for instance, again, go into split screen, and then again it brings up your apps right here. Now you can also tap on the home button, and it will go into your home, where you can open up apps, for instance, from the app drawer or whatever. So I can just tap right here, and it will go back to the split view. And just to showcase this, I'm gonna completely mute the music, tap on some kind of video, and you can also resize it so it takes a little bit less space. And you can see that it's playing right now, and I can go and use browser right here, and it's not stopping me or stopping the video and whatever sound will be coming from it. So you could basically listen to music while, I don't know, checking the web, your emails, whatever it is. Now let's actually close this right now. Okay, so let me actually get the phone. There we go. Okay, so moving on, I'm gonna go into the animation speed. Now the phone has options to actually change the animation speed. So if you go into the settings, and under home screen right here, you'll find the app startup and close up animation speed. Now I think by default it's set to fast, so that's already some bonus. You can make it longer if you wish to, or you can actually make it even slower, or no, faster than it is right now, bypassing the 3 steps that you have right here, or right here. So even though it's already set to fast, we can actually make it even faster by enabling the developer options and changing it in there. Now to do it, we would go into the About Phone, and when you see the version, tap on that 7 times. It will tell you, whoa, that you are now a developer or in developer mode. So let's go back, and I think it's in additional settings now. Yep, there it is, developer options. And from here we can scroll down to right here. So we have window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. Now as you can see, they all are set to 1, which is the default speed. And if we tap on it, you get additional options. So you have off, which just completely removes the animations and everything is instant. You have half speed, so you still have animations, but they're basically twice as fast as they were on the times 1. So we could set all of this to 1, and you can already see that the window right here is moving way faster than it was previously, and that kind of bypasses the maximum setting that we had previously in the home screen right here. So you will see that it's still set to fast. So it's a fairly nice option if you want to speed up the animations of your device. Now moving on, another thing that I want to touch up on is the home screen mode, which just gives you a little bit of a few options, but it's also located under the home screen and wallpaper. And you have the home screen mode, like I'm saying, which you can change it to standard if you like that, which will bring you the kind of like an iOS feel with all the icons being smack in the middle of your home screen, just additional pages, and you will not have the app drawer. And additionally, you also have the home screen layout here, which allows you to add additional icons to your home screen, or additional space for icons. So as you can see, this is 4x6, and that's the default one. So we have 4 icons in a line and 6 down, and this will just increase it by 1, so you have 5 instead of 4, while keeping the down ones still the same. So you could change this, and you go into home screen, you will see that now there is 5 of them. They're a little bit more cramped, but if you want to have more on a single page, you can actually change that. And the last thing that I want to show is a little bit of a tweak for a phone. Basically it's called automatic power on and off, and it does basically what it says, but the use of it, I would advise on more like a way for you to clear cache and of your device, so the device performs better, and also it will improve your battery life on top of it. So to enable this, you would go into the settings and additional settings, which were right here, and there it is, automatic on off. As you can see, you have 2 different ones, so you can, or actually you should enable both of them, and by default they're both set to every day, so every day they will be turning off at 11 till 7 in the morning. Now if you like to use your phone during night, I would not use this, so you can tap on it and change it. Now if you want to preserve your battery of your device overnight, you could by all means set it, for instance, to like 12 for instance, or even 1 o'clock, like so, and then have it power back on at, for instance, 6 or 5, depending how you get up. So it will not affect how you get to use your device, but it will still affect the battery, so you won't have to charge it as often. But the way I would actually set it up personally is just have it once a week, just so the device has a way to clear its cache. And see, I was right here. Okay, so now let me just check it. So the power on is at 5 o'clock, power off is at 1, so they're both basically the same day. So when the device shuts off at 1, we can actually change it. It doesn't need to be that long. For instance, this could work just fine. The device doesn't actually need a lot of time to be off, it just needs to shut off and power back on to clear its cache, and that's about all. So this would be the most optimal probably way. Device shuts off, does its thing, powers back on. You don't get to experience any of that because you're probably sleeping at that time, so this is a fairly good option. But like I said, if you want to have it set for every day to preserve battery on top of that, you are more than welcome to do that as well. But this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I'm going to share, and if you found them helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.